Most people treat the Roth IRA and the 401k like they have to pick one. They don't. But there is a specific order you should use them in, and getting that order wrong is one of the most expensive mistakes you can make with your money. Here's why this matters. Your employer may be willing to give you free money right now. Actual free money, as in they match a percentage of every dollar you put in. And roughly 1 in 4 employees have access to that match, aren't contributing enough to get it. That's not a small mistake. Leaving even a 4% employer match on the table over a 30-year career can cost you over $300,000 in retirement savings. This video fixes that. If you've been trying to figure out whether to open a Roth IRA or contribute to your 401k, or if you already have both and you're not sure which one should get your money first, this is exactly where you need to be. We're not going to give you a pros and cons list and let you figure it out. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, specific order of operations. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. That's it. In previous videos, we've covered why investing matters. We've covered the Roth IRA and what it is, how the tax-free growth works and how to open one. We've covered index funds and what to buy, and why index funds beat 90% of professionals. We've covered your first 1,000, exactly where it goes and in what order. Today, we're going to answer the question that sits underneath all that. When I have money to invest, which account does it go into first? The answer is simpler than the internet makes it look. Before we get to the order, let's make sure we're crystal clear on what these things are, because most of the confusion comes from people not fully understanding how they're different. The 401k. A 401k is a retirement savings account that lives through your employer. You contribute a percentage of your paycheck before taxes are taken out, and that money is invested for retirement. The tax benefit? You don't pay income tax on that money today. You pay taxes when you take the money out in retirement. The 2026 contribution limit is $24,500 if you're under 50. That's a lot of room to save. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Your employer may also put money into this account. That's the match. And we'll get into exactly how that works in a minute. Let's go over the Roth IRA again. A Roth IRA is a retirement account you open yourself, completely separate from your employer. You contribute money you've already paid taxes on, and that money grows completely tax-free. And when you pull the money out in retirement, every dollar, including all the growth, you pay 0 taxes. In 2026, the contribution limit for a Roth IRA is $7,500 if you're under 50. And there is an income limit. Single filers making over $168,000 in 2026 unfortunately cannot contribute. So one account saves you taxes now, the other saves you taxes later. Both are powerful. The question is which one comes first. Stop here for a second, because before we talk about any order of operations, you need to fully understand what an employer match is and why it changes everything. When your employer offers a 401k match, they are agreeing to put money into your retirement account based on how much you contribute. The most common formula, according to Fidelity, is dollar for dollar on the first 3% of your salary, then 50 cents on the dollar on the next 2%. So let's make this real. If you make $60,000 a year and your employer matches dollar for dollar on the first 3%, that's $1,800 of free money going into your retirement account every single year, just for contributing your own 3%. That is a 100% instant return on your contribution before it has invested a single day. No index fund, no stocks, nothing on earth gives you a guaranteed 100% return the moment you put money in, but the employer match does. And yet, more than 85% of 401k plans offer some version of this, and roughly 1 in 4 Americans leave some or all of it on the table by not contributing enough. That is the most expensive mistake in this entire video. Quick pause. If this series is saving you money right now, hit subscribe. The next video after this one is going to cover something most people don't figure out until it's too late to act on it. That video drops next Wednesday. Let's get back to the video. Here it is. The 3-step system that financial experts, Fidelity, Vanguard, and Ramsey Solutions all broadly agree on. Step 1. Contribute to your 401k up to the full employer match. Not a dollar more, not a dollar less. Whatever percentage your employer matches, that's how much you put in first. If they match 5% of your salary, you contribute 5%. If they match 3% of your salary, you contribute 3%. You do this first every time. No exceptions, because turning down the employer match to do anything else with that money is the investing equivalent of handing cash back to your employer and asking them to keep it. Step 2. Max out your Roth IRA. In 2026, that's $7,500 per year, roughly $625 a month if you're under 50. If your income is between $153,000 and $168,000 as a single filer, you can still contribute, just a reduced amount. Above $168,000, you're phased out entirely. You do this second because the tax-free growth advantage of the Roth IRA is worth more to you right now, early in your career, likely in a lower tax bracket than the pre-tax deduction the 401k gives you. Pay taxes now at your current low rate, let it grow for 40 years tax-free, pull it out in retirement without owing the government a single dollar. That math compounds in your favor more the younger you are when you start. Step 3. If you still have money left to invest after maxing the Roth IRA out, get back to the 401k. Your 401k contribution limit in 2026 is $24,500. You've already used part of it for the employer match. Everything above the match that you contribute still gets tax-deferred growth, just without the tax-free withdrawal benefit of the Roth. Still better than a taxable account, still worth it, but it comes third. Let me say the order one more time. Step 1. 401k up to the employer match. Step 2, max out the Roth IRA. And last but not least, step 3, back to the 401k with what's left. That's the system. Write it down. Beyond the order of operations, there are 4 differences between these accounts that will affect real decisions you have to make. Difference number 1, contribution limits. The 401k limit is $24,500 in 2026, whereas the Roth IRA limit is $7,500. The 401k lets you save more. The Roth IRA gives you more control over what you invest in. Difference 2, investment option. Inside a 401k, you're limited to whatever funds your employer's plan offers. Sometimes that's a good selection. Sometimes it's a handful of expensive, actively managed funds with high fees. Inside a Roth IRA, you control everything. You can buy any index fund, any ETF, any stock on the market, no employer filter. This is one more reason the Roth IRA gets prioritized in step 2 after the match. You get better investment control. Difference 3, income limits. The 401k has no income limit. Anyone with an employer plan can contribute regardless of what they earn. The Roth IRA has income limit. If your income is above that threshold, there's a workaround called a backdoor Roth IRA that we covered in the Roth IRA video. Still doable, just slightly more complicated. Difference 4, what happens if you don't have a 401k? Not everyone has access to an employer 401k. If you're self-employed, if your employer doesn't offer a plan, or if you're in between jobs, step 1 doesn't exist for you. In that case, the Roth IRA becomes your first priority from $1. No match to capture means no reason to run money through the 401k before the Roth. One more thing before we wrap. The mistake I see talked about most, and it's the one that quietly costs people the most over a lifetime, is not the wrong order. It's inaction. People spend months trying to figure out which account is technically optimal, Roth or 401k, pre-tax or post-tax, traditional or Roth, while their money sits in a checking account earning nothing. The difference between the two accounts matters, but it matters a fraction as much as whether you invested at all. The 401k employer match is a first priority because it's the highest guaranteed return available to you. After that, both accounts are good. The Roth IRA gets the edge in step 2 for the tax-free growth, but getting money into either account this year, at your current age, is worth far more than picking the perfect one and starting 2 years later. Open the accounts, follow the order, automate the contributions, and then stop thinking about it. 2 questions for the comments. Does your employer offer a 401k match? And if so, are you contributing enough to get the full thing? Drop it below. I want to know where you're starting. I read every comment. Here's where the Wealth Fundamentals series now stands for you. You know why investing matters. You know what a Roth IRA is and how it works. You know what index funds are and why they win. You know how to deploy your first $1,000. And now you know the exact order accounts get funded in. This is a complete system. The next video in this series is one of the most common questions left in the comments across every video we've built. How much should you actually be saving for retirement, and how do you know if you're on track? We're going to look at the real numbers, what the data says, what most people are doing, and what the target actually looks like at different ages. That video drops next Wednesday. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if this series has been building something real for you, share this video with someone who is trying to figure out this exact question right now. That's who it was made for. I'll see you guys Wednesday.